Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good happy Monday morning, as a matter of fact. I am Sybil, aka Mom Jones. I am the lady behind Mamas and Coffee. Yes, y'all. I am losing my voice this morning, but give me one quick second. Let me find myself live here on Facebook so I can share it out. But while I'm trying to multitask, I'm gonna continue on talking. So I know y'all are like, Sybil, girl, I need you to get your life together and show up on time. Because I had I had promoted on my Facebook page that I would be here at 9 a.m. But the truth of the matter is, them covers did not want to let me go today. They did not. They were holding tight for dear life. And I was like, yeah, just keep on snuggling me because y'all, it's a little chilly. All right, I'm here. All right, so let me share it out real quick to my Facebook group. So, folks, if you are not following me or connected with me over in Mamas and Coffee, my private Facebook group, go ahead and get over there now. Facebook / or facebook.com/groups/ Mamas and Coffee, MAMAS and Coffee, COFFEE. All right, so that's where I am. All right, but let's go ahead and get into our topic today for our coffee chat. And I'm so happy, y'all. Let me just say this too. I'm happy to be back because, I have been struggling. The struggle is real. I have been struggling for the last couple of years of getting my life together to show up, like I said. And now I'm like, all right, we're going to do it Mondays, every Monday. I was doing it 5 days a week, but I'm going to start out just showing up here every Monday because I love Mondays. I do. I talked about loving Monday on another video. But anywho, so today, guys, I want to talk with you. I'm pulling up the chat so I can respond to anyone. So if you leave a comment, I will engage with you in the comments. So I wanted to talk with you about, dealing with these teenagers and these grownish kids. And one of the first things you should be encouraging them when they have conflict. Because guess what, Mom? Your teenager, whether they're in high school or your young adult, your grownish kid who is in college, they're going to have conflict. They are. Okay, I don't care how kind they are, how sweet they are. There is someone who is going to test their patience. It is. And your child has to learn to stand up for themselves. So, my advice to you today is to teach your teenager and your young adult to use their words. Something that, hey, I know when my kids were younger, because I have teenagers, I have a teenager and I have two grownish kids. Two are away in college and I have a high school senior. And no, anyone watching this ain't about them. This is just one of my random thoughts that I had that came up in my head because, I just be having some of the randomest thoughts sometimes. But the reality is this. When your child was younger, or they're in daycare, they start elementary school, whatever. And if little Johnny hit little Billy or little Sally hit little Susie, what did you as mom and as the teacher say to them? Use your words. Speak up. Use your words. When your child would have a tantrum, you would say, use your words. Let's communicate. What is going on? What is your problem? How can I help you fix your issue? Okay, now I know some of you are thinking, well, I told my kid if little Johnny hit my child, I told my child to hit him back. Okay, fair enough. But first thing, you probably told them to speak up for themselves, to tell the other child no, to tell the child to stop, to leave them alone, whatever. That doesn't change when your kid gets in high school or in college. And what I mean with conflict at this phase, I'm not talking about fist fighting. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those inconveniences that happen when you have roommates. Okay, so college. Because I see this on college boards all the time, and I'm like, you have a roommate who comes in late, who's a little rowdy. Your child has a roommate who eats their food. Your child has a roommate who just is inconsiderate. Well, guess what, mom? There's not too much you could really do about it. You need to encourage your child to speak up. And look, if you ate my food, I'm not gonna now, that was my that was my salad, that was my yogurt, that was my hamburger, whatever it is. That was mine that you ate. So could you please not do that? Nah, I'm gonna be like, hey, did you buy this? You did not. So do not eat my food. Do not eat my food without my permission. If your child has a loud, noisy roommate, okay, have a conversation. Ask the roommate to turn the music down. And I think we have mistaken this, been direct with your child or with you as being rude. No. Hey, I may not put please in front of it. I may just say, hey, I'm gonna need you to turn that music down. It's freaking 3 a.m. in the morning. Turn it down, turn it off, whatever it is. If you have a child who's in high school, guess what? High school, your child is going to have some group projects. We all, many of us don't like group projects, but group projects are something that you are going to have to just deal with if you're going to be working in this world, okay? Yeah, I'm drinking hot apple cider. It's a little chilly. So I have some hot apple cider. It's caramel. And when I turned the cup up a little too far, did y'all see me? My mug turned up a little too far, too fast. I was about to choke on my own doggone apple cider. I'm like, oh, but it's good. It's good, y'all. Caramel apple cider is pretty good. And it's in my Know You Be You Love You mug. This mug is a Mamas and Coffee mug. So, folks, real quick, squirrel moment. I'm sorry. Let me show y'all where y'all can get this mug, because I got to show y'all. Right here, just go to my website, mamasandcoffee.com. Click on shop. Buy this mug. All right. So when you purchase this mug, you are supporting me. I am Mamas and Coffee. Okay. So go ahead, order your mug and support. And it's really great for coffee, for hot chocolate, for your warm apple cider, whatever. I drink cold water, Coca-Cola, Sprite, water, whatever I'm drinking. I use this mug right here. We have some cups coming out as well, but I just love this mug. Know You Be You Love You. This is my trademark slogan. I'm all about you knowing who you are, being who you are, and loving who you are. Hence, when I'm talking to you right now about your kids, your grownish kids who are off in college or in their first job, or your high school students, and them speaking up for themselves, it's because of these. I remind my own kids, it is okay for you to speak up for yourself, because you know who you are and you love who you are. So don't let nobody run all over you. Hey, that goes for anything and everybody in life. But anywho, point being, focus, Sybil, focus. I actually have a my pen holder says focus. That's right here on my desk, because I'm like, focus, Sybil, you gotta focus. Because I be all over the place. But hey, It is what it is. But anywho, when you are when your kids come home, because they're going to come home, they're going to call you, or your high school student is going to come home. They're going to have a conflict with someone in their class. That's where I was going. If you have a child in high school and they have a group project and they feel that someone is not pulling their weight in that group project, it's not your responsibility, mom. It's not your responsibility to reach out to the teacher. It is your child's responsibility to have a conversation with the student or students in that group. Use their words. Okay. Again, going back to what you've already taught them when they were little. Sweetie, use your words. Tell your group member how you feel about their lack of participation. Because maybe the other student thinks that they are participating as they should. We don't know. But it does not serve your child well at all when you are the person contacting the teacher about a group project. Give your child the tools, the encouragement to do what they need to do to resolve any conflict they may have. Because I'm gonna tell you, mom, just I'm sorry to inform you of this, but after your child graduates high school and they go to college, you can't, you, mom, cannot contact the professor about a group project issue that they may have in their college course. Mom, the resident dean is not going to talk to you about an issue with roommates. If they're living off campus or even on campus in an apartment that is off campus, because if it's run by the school or run by a private company, they're not going to talk to you about what the concerns are. So it is important. And I cannot stress this enough, because the number of parents that I see who, and I get it, you want to help your child. I feel like this. Even when your kid, your grownish child, moves away, whether they go to college or they go out and get a job, they move out of your home, whatever, they are still your child. So you are still their mom. Your role just shifts a little bit. I tell my kids, I am now in the role of advising. Right? I'm here as an advisor to you. But I tell my own kids from freshman year. So I have a college senior and a college sophomore. Freshman year, I remember the first day of dropping both of them off at school, different times, of course. I was like, hey, remember, use your words. You have to have conversations with people when something is bothering you. Don't let it get out of control before you want to address it, right? If you have that roommate first week of school, they're loud. They're probably going to always be loud, right? There may be a bit of an adjustment period of, you know, them having to adjust to living with someone in their room, like because if you're in a dorm, a traditional dorm, you're probably in the same room, or your child is probably, if their child is in a traditional dorm, they're probably living in the same room. So there may be that adjustment there. But there are also other things, if they're walking hard, okay, there's a slight adjustment. But if they're just being loud and rude and obnoxious for no reason, have that conversation. Encourage your child to have that conversation early on. But as we all know, pretty much everyone has started college now. Like all the colleges have started for the year. It's not too late to have that conversation, for your child to have that conversation. But mom, don't try to go in and talk to your to your child's roommate, encourage your child to use their words, to communicate to the individual or individuals who are causing the conflict. Again, that is for your grownish kids and your teenagers. And hey, mom, if you watching this and you're like, I got littles, teach your littles now to use their words, okay? Because we say, again, I remember those days when mine were little. Use your words. Use your words. I would hear other moms tell their kids to use their words too, but the moms were not really following through with encouraging their child at a young age to use their words. So I do believe that you start them early, learning to not run away from conflict. Don't be a troublemaker, but don't run away from disagreements, to use their words, to talk things through with other people, to speak how they feel when someone is hurting their feelings or they're not pulling their weight, right? Again, group projects, yada, 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 yada. Speak up, let them know. It's a life skill. This is something that from when they 2 to when they 90, that you got to learn. You got to learn to speak up for yourself. But I see it again. My whole reason of talking about this today is because I have been on college groups for a few years now. And that is one of the things that I see the most. Moms wanting to know how they can help their child. And it's usually freshmen, right? How they can help their child when there is a conflict because a roommate is being disrespectful. Again, and we're going to talk about what being disrespectful means too. We're going to do that on a whole nother coffee chat. But my time is up, my friends. My ultimate goal is to only talk to y'all for 15 minutes. I did it. But if you would like to support, hold on, that's the wrong one. If you would like to support what I am doing here at Mamas and Coffee and in trying to get things up and going again for Mamas and Coffee, because it has been a few years, like 4 years now, you can scan that QR code right there and go buy me a coffee. $5. Buy me a coffee, one coffee, $5. You can become an annual supporter, and it's $5 a month, or pay for the entire year, and it's $50 for the year. But your support helps me come here to do these coffee chats, as well as something else that I am doing with Mamas and Coffee this year. I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to all the great things that I was doing in 2021. And for y'all who are watching and like, what and where have you been for these few years? I had a stroke in 2021. And I know you're like, Sybil, but I see you online. Yeah, you do. But there's a lot of hot mess going on behind the scenes that has kept me from really just showing up here. But I'm getting my life together and I'm showing up here now. That's all that matters. But anywho, in addition to doing these lives, I am getting back to doing my virtual coffee talks, where I host meetups virtually for you to come in. We have a topic and everyone gets to engage and talk, right? You get to share your 2 cents. Like, let's talk about it. But I am also doing in-person meetups, and they are beginning right here in the DC area, because I am now back. I am actually now back in the exact same area where all the mayhem started in 2021. We are a military family. We left here, went to California, then went to Bahrain, which is in the Middle East. Yes, in the Middle East. We are now back in the US, and I am here back in Northern Virginia. So I have started a meetup, for your own meetup, like meetup.com, www.meetup.com. I do have a community there, Mamas and Coffee, where I will be sharing about events that I will be hosting. They will be in person. They will be, um, live and in person. You can meet me live and in person. What you see right here is what you get. Okay. Like I tell people again, the know you be you, that be you, right? Like this is me. This is me. I have nothing else to say. This is me. This is who you get. But those events will be posted there first. Then they will be posted in my, or actually, let me take that back. The events will be posted in my Mamas and Coffee Facebook group first. Actually, no, let me back up. All of my events will be shared to my Buy Me a Coffee supporters first. All right, there we go. So all the events will be shared with my Buy Me a Coffee supporters first. They get first dibs on the tickets. Okay. Then it is shared to my Facebook group, Mamas and Coffee, then into my newsletter, and then to my meetup group, and then to the rest of the social media world. So if you would like to get in on all the fabulousness that is coming, that's already here from Mamas and Coffee, and that is coming along with Mamas and Coffee, go ahead, get connected now. Go to mamasandcoffee.com, click on the newsletter link, sign up for my newsletter. Go to the Buy Me a Coffee, support by Buy Me a Coffee. Because, hey, I appreciate it. All right, you guys have a wonderful, fabulous day. Remember to know you, be you, and love you. Cheers. And teach your teens and your grownish kids to use their words. Okay, use them words. Let people know that they need to take a chill pill.